final. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm Steve Lee with Mark Messier. PK's been put it simply today. 50-goal score regular season, said all we got to do is going to blow. How do the Oilers work that into their game plan?
Exposure is going to be key. This building is going to be lit. There's going to be a lot of emotion in the building in the game tonight.
The Oilers need to score a goal. They have one goal so far in the Stanley Cup play.
I know you're asking about Alexander Barkov, the Panthers captain, who left the way through contact. And the truth is, the bar to get suspended in Game 3 of the Stanley Cup.
And the NHL set the standard with the Panarin hit in the first round that you're going to get hit. Hey, you guys know about the elbow room down in Fort Lauderdale. We know the rules down there. Middle of sticks, twiddle your thumbs. This is NHL hockey in the Stanley Cup playoffs. This is what
Rodriguez. Number 62, Brendan Montour. 13, Sam Reinhart. Head coach, Chris. On defense. At 4,
Draisaitl, the last time they were next to each other, Draisaitl was hitting Barkov for a hit that sent Barkov out of Game 2. Starting lineups brought to you by WhatsApp. He back to the second line where he played most of the year with Bennett and Tkachuk, the bottom two Florida. Ekblad set it up the wall, and ball in Edmonton will change about 45 seconds in. So it's Perry on the right wing with McLeod in the series. He hasn't played since Game 6 against Dallas. They're clinching with the Western. And out by Ekholm, picked up by Zach Hyman. He got stopped by Gustav Forsling.
Draisaitl's going to play against Barkov, and they want McDavid to go not against Barkov on the road.
Tarasenko, the forecheck, tried to throw it out in front. It's smothered at the post by Stanage. Still leading these playoffs in points.
Final. It's a pleasure to be here.
13 of them were from the defense. Just not going to be enough. They did not get to the inside.
Struggling with it for a long time was Connor Brown. And the play offside.
Good position to intercept a pass from Broberg that was missed. Verhaeghe moved to this line. Paul Maurice had mentioned in the last series there seems to be a...
in the Cup final for the second time in as many years. And
just more than they got last year. They won just the one game against Vegas last year. It was always in his press conference that flights were delayed, and he said the biggest issue was that the coaches all put 7 pounds on. They ate about...
Yeah, they left about 3.5 hours late from South Florida. There were torrential downpours, monsoon rain.
When that puck's turned over on the sideboards, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins.
Edmonton does not have a power play goal. Barkov is played out in front of Reinhart. He got knocked in the series. Derek Ryan is a very good penalty killer. Florida 22% goals each in the playoffs. Barkov, cross ice. Tkachuk, try to...
This Oilers penalty killing group gave up the power play goal in Game 2. It was this penalty killing group has had.
They've killed 35 in a row. They clear again, and Chris Knobloch getting some quick changes. Here's Verhaeghe establishing his own. Drops it. Blocker save made by Bobrovsky. Sets back to Brown. He missed the net. Bennett was tied up well by Nurse. Back of the line. Oliver Ekman-Larsson fanned on it. It comes to... And it caroms past Rodriguez. And the length of the ice. And Florida officially not a shot on goal on that man up for the Cats, and that's over. The puck is out of the rink, and we have a stop.
For the entire 2022 playoffs.
He's an important piece for them. He has struggled. Record for worst plus-minus in a single postseason, -16. By Messier, series in which Edmonton scored 35 goals in 5 games. Evan Rutt went awkwardly behind the net. Ekman-Larsson had it picked off and skated away by McDavid. High slot, shot it over the net. The defense backed off, gave it in the crease by Stuart Skinner.
Interesting, this last shift, Draisaitl's lined out by the Oilers, and Stu Skinner able to jump on it to make the...
Emerge with the puck, knocked down to his knees. Tough angle, Holloway said it with this pairing tonight. A couple of first-round picks, wraparound try, and a couple of chances. Shots are 7-6 Florida. Big record in the regular season. The Oilers were 28-9-4 at home. Skinner for a moment. Lawrence, they worked it up here. Oposo covered the point. Lawrence behind the net. Pestered by, it hopped over the stick of Oposo. Forsling collided with Holloway, and then Oposo gave a line change. Evan Rodriguez played it behind the net. And a one-timer fanned on by Ekblad. Now Hyman. Content to dump it. Blad moved it, but it was intercepted. Bouchard blocked up high by Rodriguez. Played in deeper, but a penalty against Florida. Delay a game. He sent it over the glass and into the 24-year-old Bouchard left it for McDavid. Bouchard, one-timer from Draisaitl, didn't get a lot on it. Sustained time in the zone, but not a lot of activity out in front of Sergei Bobrovsky. And 7 seconds to kill for the Panthers. They couldn't clear it. Hyman sends it down low. Montour's out of the box. Centering pass. And a stop by Bobrovsky. McDavid at point-blank range, wearing a look of bewilderment as to
the other side, but Bobrovsky's read and strength of push across the net makes that save possible.
He has been magnificent as he makes his 38th straight playoff start in net for Florida, dating back to last year. Nikola kept it in. He had a goal in Game 2. 3 of the goals in Game 2, including the only Edmonton goal, were scored by a defenseman. Just the 12th time in Stanley Cup final history, there have been 3 goals in a game by 3 different defensemen. Broberg gets it into the corner. Brown is there. We're nearing 2.5 minutes to go in the first period. Edmonton has had the edge in play on home ice. That shot from up high went wide. Thrown back by Janmark with traffic out in front. It's skated away by Kulikov. Bobrovsky still down at the other end of the ice, and just now getting back on his feet.
He got bumped into, but immediately the official, Steve Kazari, pointed to Kulikov and said that's where the contact started with your guy. No penalty.
Bobrovsky allowed just the 1 goal in the first 2 games of the Stanley Cup final. Last goalie to do that was Chris Osgood of Detroit in 2008 when he shut out Pittsburgh in back-to-back games to start that series. Holloway played it in deep. Fogle with 1:45 in a scoreless first period. Ceci pinches in. Montour into the corner. Holloway back on his feet with the puck. Back to the point. Good job to keep it in. Kulak a shot. Rebound is free. And Bobrovsky getting there to make the stop. And tempers flare in earnest with Ryan and Tkachuk involved. And then Kulak stepped in to take on Tkachuk.
And Sam Bennett will be interesting to see, out of all that mess, what comes out of it. It looks like it's going to be 4-on-4 as Kazari's talking to McDavid and Barkov.
And it didn't take long for Matthew Tkachuk back in the province of Alberta.
2 minutes for roughing. It'll be 4-on-4.
These will go back to the dressing room with 2 minutes in penalties and only 90.
The goal in this series came in a 4-on-4 situation in Game 2. Draisaitl, nifty work with the puck at his feet. Got it back to Ekholm. And now McDavid. McDavid, Draisaitl, Ekholm, and Bouchard. As scary a foursome as there is in the world on the ice together. Barkov stopped by Bouchard with 1:05 in the period. Forsling down low and a goal. Tipped in out in front by Sam Reinhart. And a 1-0 Florida lead. His 9th of the playoffs. But he hadn't been heard from for a while. Over the last 4 games, just 1 assist for Reinhart, with 57 goals in the regular season. Second in the NHL behind Austin Matthews, 66. Nugent Hopkins with 40 seconds in the period. Still 4-on-4. Nugent Hopkins handed it off to Broberg. Looking for a tip, reminiscent of the Florida goal, and it got deflected wide. And they'll reset back into the neutral zone with Broberg. Don't have a lot of time to continue to retreat. They're waiting to complete a line change. McDavid on one more time. Gets away from Bennett. 15 seconds left, and they turn it over. Verhaeghe's centering pass deflected by McDavid and knocked out by Bouchard. Time for a shot for Ekblad, and it's easily handled by Skinner. That'll end the period. Reinhart the goal, his first of the series.